Hi everyone, this is Julia.
And I'm Philip. And today we're going to talk about the financial perks of going to an academy. This is a picture of us right after we graduated with two of our friends.
So how much do we officially make? So officially, we make a third of an O1 pay. So we make a third of an ensign pay or a second lieutenant pay if you were in the Marine Corps, which is a brand new officer. So currently, the O1 officer pay is around $40,000 annually. So if you do the math, midshipman gets about like a little bit over $1,000 a month. However, there are a lot of expenses and rules. So basically, you never actually get 1,000 every month as a midshipman.
Yep, there are a bunch of different factors that go into it, and we'll go into some of those right now. So, just to briefly touch upon how expenses work as a midshipman. So, everything at the academy is paid for while you're there. So, all of your housing, obviously, you're all in the same dorm. So, that's covered pretty easily by them. All of your food, like 3 meals a day, you can eat even on the weekends if you want to, and that's always paid for. All of your clothing, so like all the uniforms you need, all the clothes you'll ever need, they'll give you. There's a little more to that. They actually they kind of force you to take a loan. It's called the ACE loan. It's right down there. I mentioned it. It's about $8,000 or $9,000 for all of the clothing that you'll need your entire 4 years at the academy. And then other little things like all of your classes are paid for, obviously, it's the academy, and your haircuts and just a few other small things. Some sports things are covered, but there's a catch. Some of these things are subtracted from your pay. So obviously, like your dorm, that's covered. Like they aren't going to subtract like a monthly rental from you, but like your things like your haircut or laundry, a few other little random things are subtracted every month. Whether you get a haircut or not, they're going to take out money from your paycheck every month for that. And then the ACE loan, just to touch a little more on that. So it's like $8,000 or $9,000, like I mentioned, right when you go to the academy, everyone gets it no matter what. And if you end up leaving, you do have to pay that back. It's for all the uniforms and your laptop. And I don't know, can you think of anything else, Juju? But yeah, just pretty much everything you get when you go there.
So like as a plebe, as a freshman, when you show up to campus for plebe summer, which is for basic training, you literally show up with absolutely nothing. You show up with yourself and whatever you're wearing, and that's it. They give you everything, like from toothbrush to
Yeah.
toothpaste
Yep.
to like Q-tips to like pen and highlighters and papers, to like underwears to like even bras for females, like anything you can think of, they're gonna give it to you, and all of that comes out from the ACE law.
Yeah, running shoes, everything. But
Mhm.
yeah, so that's all covered in your ACE loan, your initial buy-in, I guess, for the academy. You don't actually take out a loan for that. It's done through the academy. They do it automatically and use your money to pay it back as you're at the academy. It ends up taking into like your sophomore year to pay it back. So it takes some time. But then afterwards, you start accumulating this extra money that you have that would have gone towards the ACE loan or other expenses. It accumulates in this account called help pay and it just kind of sits there, the money that they don't pay out for you to you. But we're going to go over the money that they do pay out to you, which is right here. You want to go through that, Juju?
Yeah, so during the summertime, you get $50 a month. I mean, you never spend money during peak
Yeah,
summer, so
this is like
that's
2 months. It barely
yeah,
matters. It's just kind of fun to
yeah.
know.
And as a freshman, you get $100. Sophomore, you get 200. Junior, you get three. Senior is unlimited. And but again, here's a trick, right? A lot of people, including myself, think that if I get into the academy, I don't need to apply for scholarship anymore, right? That's exactly what I thought. I got into the Naval Academy in December my senior year, so I stopped applying to all the scholarships and everything.
Mhm.
But if you do get a scholarship and you're going to the academy, they can still transfer the money to the academy and they will use your scholarship money to pay for ACE loan.
Yeah,
So like all
so
the money that
yeah,
so all
we'll
the
touch
money
more on this later. I have a slide on it later, but just to kind of explain this right here, this money right here is just the fixed money that you get every month. All that extra money she was mentioning is going to go into that help paid account that we mentioned on the last slide. And these numbers, they do raise them very rarely. Like it was $100 a month for a long time. As we were graduating, they just raised it like $25. So this isn't supposed to be money that, oh, you can live off of. It's just like a little extra money if you want to go see a movie or like eat out like once in a while. You don't get to go out very much. We can cover this in another video, but the actual like times you can go out are very limited. Like for a freshman, for example, you can go out from like noon to midnight on Saturdays, and that's it. But yeah, just to expand on the seniors, they do get up to $500 if you have like that money available. So if you can actually charge things at the academy to your held pay. And if you charge too much, like you go to the midshipman store and buy like, I don't know, 100 bottles of shampoo, then your account can go into the negative, and they just will use your money instead of paying you out. They'll use it to pay off your held pay before you graduate, because you have to graduate with a zero balance. And what I mean by it used to be unlimited is there used to not be a held pay account once you turned a senior. They would just give you all that money. If you had 10 grand in your held pay account, they would just let it all go to you. But they don't do that anymore because people were graduating in debt. So they wait until you graduate to give you all that extra money. There is one other way we'll talk about soon of how to get this extra held pay while you're still at the academy. But yeah, now we're going to go on to some examples. If you want to walk through this a little bit, Juju.
So again, as a second class midshipman, base pay literally just means like, like your 1/3 of O1 pay. That's what you get. Comrades, like maybe this person, he went on a trip somewhere, and the Naval Academy is gonna pay him like $12 for food.
Yeah,
like
so
that much.
yep, yeah. So you get
break.
food money at the academy every single day you're there. It's around $12. That's money like given to you that isn't included in your pay by Congress. And if you go on like spring break and you're taking leave, you're like away from the academy, or you go on a trip during the summer, you get all that food money like paid out to you. So this is like a special example. So I was gone for, I don't know, a couple weeks here. So all those $12, they add up and they give that to you. But yeah, this is an example of our pay, I don't know, stub, I guess, your pay sheet that we get at the end of every month. This is just the part of it with all the numbers for, you see your entitlements, that's how much you get paid, your deductions, and allotments, you don't really see anything there. And then a summary on the right. Yeah.
And now, of course, there's a deduction, right? Like two things never change: death and taxes. So it doesn't matter where you're at, you're gonna pay your tax. And you pay your insurance, you pay for the alumni association, and then you pay NAAA. So you pay for like all the varsity athletes at the Naval Academy. And class fund is just for class of 2020 for our events like graduation dance that we never got because of COVID. But
Yeah.
all those money were supposed to go to your class fund.
Yeah, yeah. And those personal deductions there, that's the things you see like laundry and haircuts and stuff like that in the cobbler shop, or like for your shoes or whatever. And then the SGLI there, that's service members group life insurance, something like that. So you can get up to a $400,000 policy for life insurance for like $29 a month. But then yeah, over here on the summary column, so that amount forward at the top, that's my held pay account. That's money that I just have sitting there that I can't get released to me because the academy wants to like leave a cushion and they don't want to give it all to you a month. So I'm a second class, as you can see at the top here, and that is a junior at the academy. And so you see here at the bottom of this summary column, this is how much I actually get paid into my bank account. That's $1,050. So on this last slide, you saw we should be getting $300 as a second class, but I was getting 1,050, which is 750 more than 300. We'll explain that in a minute, but there are ways to get more money if you have this held pay released to you every month. We'll go into that. That's kind of what Julia was touching on earlier with the scholarships and things like that. But yeah, here's another example of a first class midshipman. So you can see here, we got our base pay, no comrades this time, all the deductions. I had a uniform and textbook store. So like your textbooks, the academy actually doesn't pay for your textbooks. So this is one thing that you can charge to your held pay account. Like I was saying with all the shampoo and stuff, like, so if you had like $500 in textbooks, which hopefully you don't, be a lot less, you can charge it here if you don't want to pay out of pocket for that. But yeah, then here we see it's $1,250. So again, I got that $750 extra over that 500 here that you're supposed to get as a first class. So I was trying to pull out as much money as I can. So you see here, my amount forward at the top of the summary column is only $1,000 now. And previously it was 6,000. So I've been pulling out extra money every month that I had in my help pay just to try and use it all up and get it out of there, put it in things like my Roth IRA that weren't just sitting around doing nothing. But yeah, that's more on the investing side of things. And then here we have how to get paid more. So this is what Julia was talking about. If you want to keep going on that, Juju.
Yeah, so again, you can accept up to $17,000 of outside funding. So that can be scholarship money. That can be an account that your great aunt or great uncle saved up for you. And you can just apply for health pay release up to $750 a month. So Philip did apply for that, and I didn't because none of my family members saved up for me, and I stopped applying for all the scholarships, which I really should not have.
Yeah, so I did have a 529 fund, so I was able to put in, the 17,500, and it paid off my ACE loan, which was like 8 or 9,000, and then I had like about 10 grand left over that was just in my help pay that I slowly pulled out. So as a plebe, a freshman, you can't pull out the 750 every month, but then as a sophomore, junior, and into my senior year, I was pulling out 750 every single month to try and slowly like dwindle down this amount that was also building up at the same time. And by the time the end of my senior year, I'd finally gotten it all out. So when it came time for them to release all the money to us, I'd pretty much already had it all, which was nice because I had used all that money that entire time to max my Roth IRA while I was at the academy, which was pretty cool. But then here, this is just a little fun thing. So afterwards, this is an example of like an ensign pay. This is like kind of a special one because there are a few special things on here. I got this when I moved over to Japan. So that MIHA rent in the entitlements column, the miscellaneous, those are like move-in expenses that they reimburse you for moving to Japan. But you can see like there's a lot more money that goes around after you graduate the academy. And that amount forward line you see is 0. So there's no more held pay. That doesn't exist anymore. They give you all your pay every month. But yeah, you can take a minute to look at this example if you want. But yeah, just starting to wrap up here, all things considered. So yeah, is it worth it to you? So Julia can talk on this too, but coming into the academy, I mean, people come for different reasons, but if you're coming for just the money, I mean, it might seem nice, getting your entire college paid for and getting like actually paid a few bucks each month. But in the end, like, do you want to commit the next 9 years of your life? Like, that's what you really need to ask yourself. I mean, so at the academy, it's nice. You can come for 2 years and get paid and take all the classes and leave and owe absolutely nothing if you really want to try it out. But if you're going to stick it out for sure, for all this money you're supposed to be getting, it might seem like a lot depending on where you are in life right now, but I don't know, just don't get stuck on that, because if it ever becomes the point where it's not a lot, then you have to ask yourself, like, why are you still here? Because then you're kind of stuck. So yeah, Julia, you have anything to add?
I think it's a great opportunity. I really enjoy the academy. So as soon as I went to the academy, I was financially independent from my parents. I really like that. So if you're from like a slightly less privileged background, kind of like I was, I think the academy is just absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity. I cannot say enough good things about it. But of course, it's not for everyone. Like, I want to be in the Navy. So that's why it's so great for me. But if you don't, then maybe like you can figure out other ways to become financially independent.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That's pretty much all we have this time. So like, comment below, let us know what you thought of this little quick breakdown of midshipman pay. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.